Hello and welcome to another Just Watched. I'm Devin, and with me always is Billy. And if you saw the title of this movie, unfortunately we couldn't get an appropriate trailer, so we'll have to cut that up.
Yeah.
But if you're curious to find trailers, there are plenty on YouTube.
Yep.
Please go see them after watching this.
Yes.
Please, we need the views. Anyways, so Disco Godfather, which, forgive me if I try to say this and I sound wrong, blaxploitation movie is the genre.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Like it's so
BLAX exploitation.
yeah.
And this is a genre that's aimed more towards the black community.
Yeah,
so
it had its peak in in the 70s. Like
Yeah.
Shaft.
Shaft. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of black actors.
Yeah.
And very well performed, I'm just going to say.
Yeah, no, I actually kind of really enjoyed this movie.
I was enjoying this movie.
Yeah, like
For the silly premise that I thought it was going to be,
yeah.
turned out to be way better than the
Like,
bar it was setting.
Oh yeah, no, like
But, so this movie is basically also an anti-drug movie.
yeah.
So, also, if you want to scare your kids straight,
Yes, oh my.
sit them down and watch this.
Yeah, because we were not expecting this.
We were not expecting any of
Yes,
this.
oh my.
So, actually, let's look into this. What was your expectations going into this? What did you think this was going to be?
Like, I didn't think it was going to be an anti-drug movie. I didn't think it was some, like action movie involved in disco.
I was thinking that. I was kind of thinking, even when I was reading the credits, because one of the credits is to the Angel of Death.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, are we going to get like a goofy kung fu like movie where our main character is like a disco kung fu artist?
Yeah.
And that's why he's known as the Disco Godfather?
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. Very, very close.
We are going to get into wacky territory, but we're not going to fight anything wacky.
No.
So we have, I think he's an ex-cop or ex-detective
Yeah, I think.
who has now started to run a disco club. Our hero's name is Tucker.
Yeah, he's a retired cop who owns and operates a disco.
Yep. And his nephew,
Bucky.
Bucky, gets in contact with PCP. And at this time, it's set in the 70s, so it's a new drug,
Yeah.
and we're not sure how to deal with it.
Oh, no, it's.
And anyone's ever seen this drug in action, I feel they represented watching someone go through a bad trip on this very accurately.
Yeah, no.
Because, yeah, people are just wild on this stuff, and not something I would ever touch.
No. That's like. Yeah, no.
Staying clean on this channel. Well, as clean as possible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We try.
Anyway, so, and then Tucker comes out of retirement to track down who's bringing in PCP because it's affected his nephew. Might as well throw the spoilers out. A new businessman has come to town and is creating the drugs in different houses.
Yeah, to kind of fund his basketball team.
Yeah. So, what I thought the premise was, and it wasn't really clarified,
No,
but I thought he was drugging the pro athletes so that they couldn't make pro leagues.
yeah,
And then they'd have to come to his league.
yeah.
And then he would dominate in his league because he would have the best athletes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But none of that explained.
It was never really explained. But then again, I was going to go with this is an anti-drug movie, so not a lot of the plot's going to be explained.
No.
Other than drugs are bad.
Drugs bad.
And we go for a wild ride. And not a lot of action.
No.
And the detective work is a little just connecting the dots that are vaguely there. And if you're not paying attention, I guess you miss some things.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that? How'd you follow the plot? Because I was a little all over the place.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was kind of the same. Like, I'm like, hey, is it this or this?
Yeah. We had a few good, like, when the fight scenes happen, they're really good.
Oh, yeah, like I said, the first fight scene really of the movie.
Yeah, it was, they're bugging his telephone, and he catches them in the act, so he fights them, beats that one dude up, kicks him in the crotch, throws him across the room, and then flips the other guy over, punches him, and immediately busts him open.
Oh, yeah, like, oh, man, that's a good punch. I'm like,
I've never seen someone so busted open until, like, from the WWE. That's the closest I've seen someone busted up like that. And that was off one punch. Usually it takes a little friggin' chair to do that damage. Then, like, he rushed up a few people on the streets. But, like,
like, I think there's, like, the one scene where he walks by that then goes back and grabs the guy.
yeah, because he sees him dealing.
He's like, not in my neighborhood.
Yep. And then, like, the big fight scene where he's, like, they're raiding the final area.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I don't know who the guy in the blue jumpsuit was.
No,
I guess he was a friend.
Just someone in the neighborhood was like,
No, because they addressed him by name.
Okay.
So they knew each other in some way. But you would never have guessed that. No. And it just looked like some random
guy
dude who knew Kung Fu joined the parade for him.
He was just out for a run and it's like, just out for, oh yeah, like, this is where they make angel dust.
Angel dust? Let's take these fools down. And this, there you go.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish I could just call like some random guy and he's like Kung Fu master.
I know, right? it's like, yeah, on one occasion.
Oh yeah. This guy's a Kung Fu master. What are the chances? Also, movie ends a little weird.
Yeah, like,
so they capture Tucker and force him to take PCP, and he starts losing his mind, which is, we'll get into that later, all that craziness.
Oh my god.
And during his drug-induced state, he runs into the leader, or the main villain, and starts strangling him to death until his nephew comes in, stops him before he kills the guy. And then it just sort of ends.
Yeah.
He just has a mental breakdown, and I guess we're to assume he goes to rehab.
Yeah.
But we never know if he recovers or anything. Which I guess if you're driving home that, like, the drugs are bad, that's a great way of ending it. Because you're like, even the good guy on drugs ended up poorly.
Yeah.
Like, that's no good for anyone.
No.
But, yeah. So, when people are on said drugs, apparently the Lady of Death shows up, and she is crazy as all hell.
Because they're the one girl that thing with the baby.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're just talking about the drug state. We'll get into the other rehab people in a minute.
I'm assuming they're all, like, there because of the drugs, too?
Yeah, that's, I'll read. It was specifically a center for the angel victims.
Okay.
But we'll get into that.
Oh, yeah, no, the angel death, holy crap, it's freaky looking.
Oh, God, yeah, they did a good on that design.
Yeah, no, like
a female in Floyd robes and a scary face carrying a machete.
Yeah. That's just gonna shit out of you. I don't know what.
And then just other things like weird, trippy demon
Yeah,
spaces.
And, like, people from his past.
Yeah. And, like, go watch this movie. Like, the drug scenes alone are nightmare fuel enough.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because like I said, I was not expecting to go that all out.
No. Like,
But props to them.
props to them.
If they were trying to hammer like the anti-drug thing, yeah, this what you could see.
Yeah. Like, this is on 24/7 in your head.
Yeah.
And, like, if you're on this drug, this is all you see.
Yeah.
So, have fun with that if you dare choose this route. And then, yeah, they talk about a few of the victims. One that I went holy shit on
Yeah.
was the lady with the baby.
Yeah, like we didn't know what. Then when they explained it, I'm like,
So, tune out now. This is cause if baby death is not a thing you want to hear. I'll forewarn you now.
but we mentioned because it just shocked us.
It was so shocking. I was surprised, like, they mentioned it
Yeah.
in detail in this movie.
Oh yes.
Didn't show anything,
No.
which you never have to.
No. It's just the explanation.
Yeah. So, because the lady was on this drug, she had cooked a baby for her family and presented it as a family dinner. And her explanation for why she killed the baby was because the ham wouldn't stop crying. Let that sink in
Yeah.
for a minute.
I'm like, wow.
Then we have a 15-year-old
Yeah.
basically bedridden the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting. Because her families are very religious.
Oh, yeah,
And
they
don't
bring,
want
like,
to try shock therapy.
No.
Which is the last step.
Yeah.
They've tried everything.
Yeah, but they think that they just keep praying.
Yeah. And God bless if that works.
Yeah.
We don't get a resolution on that either.
No, there's a few of the patients we like to see, well, do they recover or are they just still
Yeah,
messed
I was
up?
like, I really kind of want to know who walked away from this,
Yeah.
because I feel like no one walked away from this, and I feel sad. This is not a feel-good movie
No.
at the end. Which is sad because the music, you kind of get grooving into it.
Oh, I know.
Like, when we were opening up, I was kind of like dancing to the disco. I was like, man, disco should come back.
Then you saw that guy's suit.
Then I saw the guy's suit and I was like, I see why disco died. You look like you tore up a carpet and turned it into the suit. And not a good carpet. Like the dollar store, you see this in your grandparents' houses. And the short shorts. So, overall, final thoughts on the movie.
Oh, I mean, like I said, it was over the expectations.
Yeah. So, we were going into this expecting kind of a B-rank horror movie,
yeah.
and we got a good anti-drug movie that doesn't have happy endings.
Yeah.
And runtime's an hour and a half.
Yeah, just over an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit over. So it's not a very long movie if you choose to watch it.
No.
And yeah, it just feels like there's more. I feel like we watched maybe like in the middle of a trilogy.
Yeah, like,
Because
yeah, I'm gonna do some research and see.
we should do some research on this. And if there is more, maybe like next week, if we find another one, we'll do
Yeah.
either this prequel or sequel
Yeah.
to this movie. I don't think there is. I think that's a high hope.
Yeah.
Tune in next week, you'll find the answer to that. But with that has been Disco Godfather. Devin.
Billy, dig it.
And see you later.